What's going on, everybody? This is Rowan coming at you with the first video of this series. So like I already went into the introduction, now I'm going right into my grind all the way up to Masters with Rikka. So the first deck, or the first, I'm starting in Platinum because I got to Diamond last season. So now I'm going from Platinum 5 to Platinum 4. This is going to be a really quick video, and there's a lot of beautiful gameplay I have in this one for you guys. You're going to see me do all kinds of crazy flexible things with Rikka and really just be oppressive to the enemy team, or the enemy player, to where it just forces them to quit like on repeat. So you're gonna really enjoy a lot of the stuff you're gonna see here. So before I begin, so I did lose my first game. There's really not much for you guys to learn from this one. It was really just that I didn't have any interrupts. Like, he went first, I didn't have any interrupts. He set up a board of negates, and like every time I played a card, he would just cycle negates. It was a side deck, the PSY, where he just set up like his field spell and everything, and he just kept cycling through his side cards, and I just couldn't get started. So that was my first loss. But now going into the actual gameplays of it's crazy. I'm telling you, like, I'm actually happy that these games happen because you guys are gonna really enjoy these. Alright, so first game, this one was actually a bit of a barn burner. So he ashes my first unexpected die, but the beauty of unexpected die is you can use it more than once. So you're gonna see me use it again. And then literally he watched me play multiple turns. So now I'm gonna go through the whole combo start to finish. The good thing is I in my introductory video you guys talked about this, so I don't need to slow this down. It's literally verbatim what I showed you. I'm just gonna go through the whole combo. He watches all of it, which I actually gave him props for because I was not expecting him to sit through it. It's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, so Lily Boria, get my Therian's Coliseum, therapy, throw this shit away. I went into Snowdrop here, just because I already had one Fire Blossom. So that's one thing that's a little different from my normal combo. And I just played through this regular get Fire Blossom, Dawn, get Cone Cone, throw Cone Cone down. All of it the same. So Glamour, get rid of Dawn. Then I start going into my Strenna. Strenna's out. Throw Princess into the graveyard. Get Fire Blossom back for follow-up, and now the one thing that I did here, which almost screwed me, was I shotgunned all of my negates on him, and I'm kind of stupid for that. The reason why I did that is because the problem with this deck is you have all of these negates at your disposal. You're like, I can shotgun 4 negates, and he won't be able to play through 4 fucking negates, and sure enough, he played through 4 fucking negates. Like, it's so dumb. So now, he ends up playing through literally everything. You're gonna see it. And then at this point, I'm kind of at his mercy. But luckily, I was able to recover because I did not think I was gonna recover from this match. So all the negates happen. I even get rid of this card. Like, I'm telling you, dude, like it's crazy how he was able to play, and he continued fucking playing. This is when I was done. So now he's able to play freely and do whatever he wants to do. I'll speed it up. He just kind of goes into his Blackwing nonsense. He ends up going into one of his powerful monsters, and then he attacks he attacks me one. And then I'll show you the follow-up after that. So he gets rid of my Teardrop, which made me very sad, but it's not much that Teardrop could do anyway, because I already used her material. So he goes into his Blackwing, gets enough. Or actually, is this it? Yeah, and now he gets enough attacks into my Regulus, lost my Regulus. Now what do I do? So first things first, you already probably know what's gonna happen. So Cone, get my Glamour on the field. I flip Glamour, say fuck you to Blackwing Assault, get his ass out of here. Then I go and restart my Strenna combo. Get Strenna out. Then I, same combo verbatim. Then I end up getting Lily Boria. When I turn Lily Boria on, he quit. That was it, because he knew, like, once I got Liliboria out, I would have used Regulus as material to equip to her, and then I would have had his effects, and, like, yeah, it would have been not a good time for him, so was able to recover, luckily. Next turn, or, the next game. So unexpected die, go into Sunseed. Then I continue going into, like, it's the exact same combo again. Like I said, if it's uninterrupted, it is, there's really not much they can do to stop you. So while I'm going through this combo, like, I'll just kind of say and gush for a second. Look at how I actually made a mistake in the first one and I shotgunned all my stuff. And even still, he just could not play through it. Like, he destroyed one of my big monsters and I was still able to follow back up and start up again. And then he ended up quitting. Like, I mean, it's crazy how much recovery you can get from this deck. So now I got Petal. The only difference in the combo is that they actually gave me Cross early, and I just figured I'd leave Cross here just off to the side just in case. Figured why the hell not. Glamour. So now, like, I set up the board, and you're gonna see what this guy does. This guy kind of pissed me off. Like, I was actually really upset that he was able to, like, have, like, the most broken cards back to back, like, that could stop me. So check this out. So he immediately opens up with a bullshit lightning storm, and I'm like, haha, I got Regulus for your bitch ass. So I Regulus him, negate it. Look at what he has as well in this 5-card pull. What kind of bullshit? Raigeki. Like, the fucking bullshit thought. So now, one thing I'm going to show you, though. So sowing, if sowing is in the graveyard, you can actually flip it and save one of your monsters. Or your plant link. So this is a plant link. I saved this, lost everything else. Well, and I guess this is a plant link too, but who the fuck cares about Sunline Healer? So now I ended up Bangalancing the fuck out of him, and I was like, you know what, take that shit somewhere else. But now Rikka Petal, luckily, was in my graveyard, so I was able to return Rikka Petal to the field. So now I just start over. So I'm like, Snowdrop was my plan, because then I can just, get Snowdrop and Princess on the field. And then, yeah, he quit. He did not, he failed the mission. He really thought he was gonna lose. I was gonna lose all my monsters, but I was able to, double or recover from it, luckily. So next turn or next game. So this one he goes first. Now this, I really effed this guy. Like, I'm telling you. So I max C him, and of course he had an Ash, fine. But, like, there is one key interaction in this game that really won me this. Otherwise, I probably would have been in for a world of a bad time. I'm just gonna let him play through this because it's what he does right here doesn't matter. What really matters is like what I do, because like he sets up, like he ends up going into, he's doing Dinomorphia. He goes into Tyranno, which is a really oppressive monster. You can't really do anything, but in his combo, so check this out. So I got Called by the Grave, but I end up drawing to another Called by. So he uses Maxi, I Called by this, but now Called by is not a once per turn. I can use it again. So when I was looking through his graveyard, because I pulled this and then I went into his graveyard just to kind of, and I just happened to find, ooh, look at what we have here, Tyranno. So I fucking Called by the Grave, the Tyranno in the graveyard, and then that negates the Tyranno here. So then right when I started getting ready to combo, I got my Loci, I started going into all my Sun Avalon stuff. The minute I got going with this, he realized that he could not stop me, and at some point during this entire interaction, he quits. So that was literally the savior. It was just using the Called by on that Tyranno, and he couldn't do shit. So now going into this one, the final game, I'm pretty sure this was another tactful battle too. So now, okay, so this one, so I Ash immediately, hero lives, he used a lot of resources to get nothing. Now he goes into his, hero bullshit. Yeah, this one actually did require a little bit of strategy and thinking as well. Like, he really played this well, and I had to, like, outplay him. So he ends up drawing into 2 fusions. So here, now my turn. I just play, like, I didn't even care. I was like, I'm just going to play normal. So I unexpected die into Sunseed. Then he goes in max C's, but luckily I had cross out designator. So that's the thing, like, I didn't really go into sufficient detail. I mean, most people should know what cross out designator is, but for those who don't know, I have Maxi and Ash and a lot of really powerful cards. I mean, or like common cards that other people use. Like everybody uses Maxi, everybody uses Ash. So with these cards, like Crossout Designator, you pick that card in your deck and then you banish it. And when you banish it, then that negates that card on their side. So you're gonna see it happen in real time. So he used Maxi. I have Maxi. I throw Maxi into the grave or into the banish pile. That negates his Maxi, so he can go eat a dick. And I continue playing. So now I got Dryas. He has an Ash, of course. So still moot point, kind of. But luckily, I still have Sanavalon on the field. So that's material that I can use for Mudan. So I end up trading out Sanavalon, or the Dryas for Mudan. I get Sheet because I already have Glamour. Or I'm going to get Glamour, just kidding. So I have Sheet, I have Cone Cone, so I'm going to grab Glamour. So now I take Glamour, use Cone Cone's effect, yank that bullshit monster out. Get Primula and Princess, and then with... So now he uses a monster effect. I have Princess. I get rid of the Mudan here, so this is actually also important. So let me just kind of run that for a second. So I end up tributing him with... Let me go back, sorry, this is a lot happening here. So I tribute him with... Oh yeah, so I use Conquon's effects and Glamour to tribute him. Like, I had to, like, remember for a second. So that tribute happened, and that went through, and then I get these 2 monsters. Now, his effect in the graveyard goes off, but I do have 2 Rikka Princesses in my hand, so I use Rikka Princess, put it back into the deck to negate this, but in order for Rikka Princess to work, you have to tribute something. So I tributed the Mudan that I still had that was still considered material on my side, to negate him. But now, when I tribute Mudan, what happens? Primula gets activated and I can put her on the field in defense. So now I get these 2 guys on the field, Rikka Queen, and then just the usual, combo chain. Get Glamour back, and now I have a Sheet, which is also really huge. So now, I used Sheet right away, because I didn't want him to continue, so I got rid of that monster, and then I pulled Elemental Hero. Now, this is where... Oh, and then also, that's the other thing, like, he tried to use the Elemental Hero's effect in the graveyard. I had a monster effect negate, because Princess was still in the graveyard, pull her back into the deck. Then I used that opportunity to get rid of Strenna. And then you already know what happens when that happens. That gives me a free draw of Princess. Teardrop Rikka. Just kidding. And now he has one last ditch effort for the hero lives, but now stupid me. So now I had the choice of holding on to Teardrop for whatever he had, but I instead elected to get rid of Elemental Hero because I really thought he didn't have shit. So this was premature, and this might have cost me, but luckily it didn't. So now he has 3,000 attacks, so I have 3,000 attacks, so at this point I'm like, oh, well, nothing's really going to beat over me, I don't think. But then, of course, he uses this bullshit effect where he can attack, uses 2,500 attack me 1 time, whatever, okay, I ate it. But luckily, guess what happens? I have a pedal. Oh wait, no, I don't have a pedal. I thought I had a pedal, but I do have a Princess. So I throw Princess on the field, I Glamour, get that card out of here, go to set up for the next turn. And then, as I'm doing this, he calls it. So, easy 4 wins, right? Well, I mean, you get the point. Like, I mean, it was a quick 4 wins, but there was a lot of strategy involved and a lot of flexibility in this deck to do a lot of different things. And you saw so many different looks in these 4 games of just the different things. Like, obviously I got interrupted at one point in my combo. Like, I kind of back recovered, and then I used, like I said, like if you, it's 3 steps. I mean, it's 3 phases. You got Sun Avalon, Therion, and Rikka. So like Sun Avalon, I tried to do it. He bullshitted me, and then I still had material to go into my Rikka engine, and I just kept pulling Rikka stuff, and then I had a little bit of control on the board, and then I just used that control in an oppressive way, and he couldn't really get started. And every time he thought he had me, like I would end up drawing it to something, or I was able to just take what I had and just stop him. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I mean, I'm hoping that more of my videos are like this as I go further up the chain. I mean, hopefully, you know how it goes. Like right now, it starts off strong, and then you start getting into tougher competition. You got to think a little harder. But I mean, this card or this deck is really strong into a lot of different decks. So you're gonna see like how they shake up against like the Kashtiras of the world, the Brandeds of the world, and so I'm really looking forward to that journey with you guys. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.